Welcome. What's good?
What up, man? What up, peoples? We here, man.
Yes, we are back. It's another beautiful Tuesday. Say Like a Champ, episode 93 today.
9393.
It's your boy A-Dub.
And it's your boy Marcus. I know I'm supposed to say super producer, but I ain't used to saying that yet. So
yes. But yeah, I got my boy Marcus beside me. You know what I'm saying? Introducing him a little bit early. Our boy Strizzy is not going to be here tonight. Well, he might join in later. He might not, but he's handling some very important things. So we got the super producer holding it down. And we're kind of matching almost, but you got that nice Nike polo on. That's what's up, dog.
Yeah,
that's what's
thanks.
up.
It was a gift from a good friend, a good brother.
That's what's up. Well, I hope it's been on the course and everything like that. We'll have to get some golf updates later for sure. But we do want to welcome everybody into the show and give a second.
Pops?
Pops in the building already. Let me see. Let me check the comments.
Last episode, he been the first comment. See if you keep that streak going.
Got the streak going. That's what's up. Appreciate you, Pops. And yes, we want you to do all the typical YouTube things. We appreciate you commenting for sure. We like to have an engaging show. Miss Stephanie in the building. Hey, what's good?
Hey, Miss Steph.
I'm definitely glad.
I'll be forgetting to do our thing.
We're gonna do
to
do. Yeah, we're gonna definitely do that. And we're definitely gonna talk a little bit about some hockey a little bit later with Miss Stephanie. It's kind of we're having a little bit of a battle right now. So that's what that is. But yes, Kelly Williams in the building as well. Hello. So don't be afraid to like, comment, subscribe. We got moms in the building.
Family just in here today, man.
Yes, we love it. And more family moms here. Anthony Wesson, another A-Dub out there. We appreciate you being here, sir. And we got to talk to him really soon too. We got to really make that happen. I keep saying that, but we're gonna make that happen really soon. I'm gonna have to reach out to him after on offline a little bit. So we got some things cooking with that too. So with that being said, I think we're ready. We'll go ahead and make it really official, and we'll see y'all after this. All right. Now it's official. Say Like a Champ, episode 93. Welcome back to the show. We appreciate y'all. We had some more comments come in. Roll Tide came in.
Man, sick of that. We need to ban that right there.
But no, we appreciate you being here for sure. Is it Clea?
Yeah, Clea.
Yeah. Welcome to the show. Kelly says she can guess what my couch guess is for. Maybe if you guys know me, Anthony West is ready, and we also have Grace. Happy Tuesday
Grace?
To you. Appreciate you being here. So it's official now, episode 93. But we like to do a little check-in. Marcus, you doing okay today? How are you doing? How are you feeling?
I'm good, man. It's Tuesday, I was looking at the intro, how the HD it looks better now. Like back in the day, we were struggling with the little. I think we're saying standard version or whatever. It looked terrible.
When we were on the for a little bit, we were on Zoom too. You know what I'm saying? So
terrible. We didn't upgrade.
We're gonna do some updates for sure for that too. We're gonna make some updates for sure.
Time.
And as we said, Strizzy's not going to be here today, and he might jump in. Maybe he'll jump into the comments a little bit if he can. And then also Miss Myra is still on mom duty, but we'll definitely be checking in with her, at least for show probably 100 and stuff like that. Get the family back together. We got to check in on Shirt Gang and No Shirt Gang. You know what I'm saying? Stephanie says the intro is awesome. I think it is too. We're just going to have to, just freshen it up a little bit,
Just a little bit. So how's your day going? You good?
I'm good. Most definitely, time's just flying by, June's already been a busy month, and we're just barely getting into it.
June is here, and the heat is here. Like
the heat. We were kind of lucky for a little while out here in Arizona. We kind of got spoiled, but now it's official.
He just commented.
Oh, Strizzy's in the building. Yes, most definitely. We know you will. We appreciate you. We got you. We'll hold it down for you, for sure. And a quick Strizzy plug too. He's been doing a lot of stuff on his TikTok, still blowing up and still keeping really diversified. So that's what's up for that.
He got a new hot tub show. Yeah, I like to check it out too on his
Friday nights
Twitch.
on his Twitch. He's been having a lot of good guests now. He's trying to do a lot of guests in the hot tub. So and he's been very consistent with that. So great job with that too, Strizzy.
Yeah, buddy.
A lot more in store, obviously. So, and then Anthony West says it's getting humid out in Texas. See, that's the thing.
I don't miss that.
Right.
Miss that at all.
When I have be with my family in Georgia and things like that, I'm like, man, I can do the dry heat, but I can't do this other stuff. So, anyways, with that being said, we'll go ahead and get into our first topic tonight.
Let's get it.
Let's get it popping.
What's up next?
Oh, let's check it out, man, real quick.
Tune to NFL Talk. Let's get it.
All right, NFL talk. It's been a little bit slow. We're in the off season and things like that, but we did have some good news for this week. Starting off with the big news: Julio Jones being traded to the Titans.
Surprise!
That was kind of I didn't really see him going there of all places, but I think it's kind of cool. Hopefully, it works out. They definitely have some beasts there with Derrick Henry and with AJ Brown. Tannehill is consistent at least. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. But I feel like personally, I'm just going to line off with it. I don't feel like that's a great spot for him. And I feel like I don't think that makes them too much better. I don't think that makes them no Super Bowl favorites or AFC favorites or anything like that.
But maybe we know something. They know something we don't know yet. Well, I might know something.
Oh,
so
some secrets?
Not secrets, but I don't think he would go there if he didn't probably know somebody else probably going to join in.
Okay, I got
you. And then you see your guy out there. He's still not like I don't want to jump ahead, but your guy he's not signing. So I don't know. I feel like Tannehill won't be the quarterback of that team. So
got you. Okay. So it's still. Saying. So, okay, I see what you're saying. I see what you're alluding to. Well, we'll see because there are more moves to be made. Julio Jones went over there. That looks cool. Like Anthony says, it looks on paper looks like a good offense. Defense needs some help. And the defense competes at least. It just really depends on if they're playing with the lead or they're playing from behind. Because when they play with the lead and they can run Derrick Henry and they can do that play action, they're in a lot better position. So,
because he also said he wanted a quarterback with a big arm. Would you say Tannehill has a big arm?
Not really.
Exactly. So that's why I say
honestly, and maybe I'm a little hard on Tannehill, but it still boggles my mind that he was like a receiver and he switched to quarterback like this and he's made this much of a career out of it.
And made some good money.
And made some good money. He definitely kind of did his thing when he went to the Titans with the play action game, but it's like I think that might be their peak, what we've seen the last 2 years. So I don't know.
I thought Mariota will still be the quarterback over there right now. I just thought he was going to be that Titan quarterback for a while, but I'm like, dang, he can't go. When Tannehill came over, I'm like, oh, he's not going to play,
Right.
But he came over, I'm like,
took over.
Like he's gone now. Like I'm like, dang, Mariota, is he still in Oakland?
Yeah, I think he's still in Oakland as the backup. And when he did come in, I was rooting for him. I root for Mariota, but it's like he's just never quite there. So I don't know.
Yeah, so he's out of there. But yeah, I just feel that it's going to be some more movements over there. I don't think Julio went over just for that. So
gotcha. All right, well, we'll see. Rodgers, speaking of we still, that's the other big domino to fall. Is Aaron Rodgers going to stay? Is he going to leave? Mandatory mini camp started today, and he was a no-show. So it looks like he's kind of holding firm on his intent to hold out a little bit.
Does he lose money when he does that?
They can find him. The team can find him. We'll see if they do. Sometimes they'll start to rack up the fines, and then they'll forgive it when they show back up.
Oh, okay.
It just depends on how they handle it. But if he sits out this year, he will be missing out on $35 million, which is crazy. I don't see it happening that he's just going to totally sit out. So we'll see if Green Bay just stands firm. Maybe they get him a little bit more help, or maybe there's still a trade in the works. But it's getting late. I mean, things are starting to ramp up. Like we were saying, time's flying by. August will be here really soon, and that's when it really gets popping. So we'll see. Speaking of kind of some other free agents, though, too, there's like kind of a list of free agents. I was going to go through this list and see if any of these people you feel like still can make an impact on a team.
I think two of them. Yeah, I think we should. I think two of them. So
got you.
I think you should.
So we have out there, this is just a sampling, but Melvin Ingram, Quan Alexander, Le'Veon Bell, Vic Beasley, Todd Gurley, Geno Atkins, Richard Sherman. That's kind of the list I had put together of at least the top free agents that kind of stuck out to me that I kind of know a little bit more and stuff, veterans and things. What do you think?
I just feel like I think Beasley, I think he still got a little bit in him. I think he go to a 10-10, like maybe like the 49ers or something like that, or maybe even the Cowboys. You never know. It's missing that one little kind of push him over the edge. And I like Evan Ingram too. I think he's still a stud. I think he can go somewhere and play well. So we'll see where he goes. Maybe he'll go somewhere like the Saints somewhere or something like that. I don't know. Maybe he goes somewhere, cool. But I think he still got a little bit of him too. So those two, I think can still play. Le'Veon, I thought when he went to Chiefs, I thought he was going to do a lot more, help him win Super Bowl.
He was like inactive every other week.
Yeah, they didn't even play him that much. So I was like, wow.
Yeah. I know. I think that looking back, I mean, we kind of had talked about this before over the years with this show, but Le'Veon Bell just made a big mistake when he sat out that year. Like his career trajectory he
thought he won it, but he didn't.
Yeah.
What about your Georgia Bulldog? You think he gonna?
So Todd Gurley and Geno Atkins are my two Georgia Bulldogs on that list. Geno Atkins is supposed to visit the Cowboys. Actually, I think that'd be cool as a veteran on the defensive line.
How many years is that on? 12?
Yeah, he's getting up there. He's just only got a couple more in him. But we'll see. I think that they might be scared off with what happened with Gerald McCoy and Dontari Poe and the veterans they signed last year.
Yeah.
Todd Gurley, they were talking about the Lions. Potentially have him and DeAndre Swift in the same backfield would be kind of weird. Maybe he'd get the goal line stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he still want to go somewhere he can kind of be that guy. A little bit, not every down, but But I don't know. We'll see. I think he can go. I don't know where he'll go and get a lot of playing time. But so is Atlanta just let him go? Is he just gone?
Yeah, he's just a free agent.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So Pop says him to the Cowboys, but I don't think that's a typo. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we missing that's a nickname or something.
Yeah.
Todd Gurley, I don't know. Todd Gurley still got something in the engine. I think he'll still go.
At least a little something. And then also Richard Sherman is just another one where I don't think he has much left, but I feel like he'll be a loudmouth wherever he goes. We'll see where he goes,
I just feel bad for those.
Yeah, Geno.
Oh yeah. I just feel bad that how they broke up that team, the Legion of Boom. I think they said had enough, at least 2 good years in that whole set. After that,
they did it ahead of time. Yeah.
Yeah, after that play messed that whole team, they never could recover from that. So I don't think they would ever recover from that. Honestly, let's what's get out of there and then start it over. But yeah, he got to go, but he's not going anywhere. But I just feel bad. They could have won. They could have been 10-1 3 in a row with the defense. I think they really could do that. So they won that one. They would have the encouragement to get other people to come over there and keep going. But I don't know, man. I think that it messed them up.
Yeah.
So
no, I agree. Anthony West says some sites had Gurley to the Chiefs. He would just sit out, just like the same way Le'Veon Bell did, and the one before him.
But he might do more than Le'Veon though. I think he can help out. You know what I'm saying, like I said, not being an every down back, be fresh during the season because they had that rookie from last year. He'll do more, but that would be a good little. I like to sit him over there. I wouldn't mind that.
That'd be cool.
So, let's see.
Maybe get him a ring. All right. The last thing I wanted to do for NFL talk. Oh, I did want to say rest in peace to Jim Fossil real quick. He was Giants coach a long time. Had a lot of battles against the Cowboys and things like that. And his son John Fossil, actually the Cowboys special teams coach right now.
That's what I thought. Okay.
So rest in peace to him. He's definitely made his mark on the NFL game for sure. And then also real quick, this is for Strizzy. Gus Edwards, he did sign a contract to stay with the Ravens, a little extension. So that's cool for him. I think him and J.K. Dobbins will be a good little punch together.
Yeah.
But so the one other thing I wanted to do, and I wanted help from you guys. Oh, Mom's really chimed in with this. Did you hear about Larry Fitzgerald moving to tight end?
I thought Larry was done.
I mean,
I'm about to make a text. I'm gonna text somebody. I'll let you guys know.
That's kind of interesting, though. She says just a rumor, but it's kind of funny though because I feel like Larry Fitzgerald's career is just kind of like Hines Ward's was at the end, where he was just a blocker and a slow first down getter. Like he didn't have it still, but he was slow enough to make an impact. Yeah,
goal line is dangerous still. So
And the Cardinals have a bunch of receivers. I mean, they really do have a lot of receivers.
So why not? He won't be that blocking type tight end. He'll be that receiver type tight end.
But they can use him in the certain packages.
Yeah,
it makes sense.
Stick around, Ledoux. I would like that.
Yeah, and still get the mismatch.
Did he have to change his number, or he keep the number?
Now it's wide open, so he could probably keep it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. So we'll see about that. That's interesting though. Thanks, moms, for that. And this is the other thing. So I wanted to do the choose your starter real quick. I just wanted to buzz through these. You guys feel free to chime in. But we have a couple quarterback battles going on. We have 5 different ones that are potentially up in the air. So we're going to go through and choose who we would want as our starter. So the first one we're going to start, Chicago Bears. We have Andy Dalton versus Justin Fields. Who would you pick?
It depends on count, but right now I think I would go with Fields just to see. He's a
just
first
to see what happens.
Yeah, see how he does. Then you can't go wrong going back to Dalton if he don't pan out, you know. So I think start off with I think it'll be encouraging to Fields if he gets to start. I don't think Andy Dalton would care either way it goes, you know. So
I agree with you. Yeah, I agree with you. If it was me, I'd just throw Fields out there.
Why not?
If you know he's going to play this year, you might as well. If you know if you're planning on sitting him for the whole year, then maybe not. But I feel like he's going to take over at some point. Just put him out there.
Yeah,
let him ball out, see what he has. And Andy Dalton knows what he's there for. Just he knows. We know what Andy Dalton is already. Anthony West says Andy Dalton's going to play the first few weeks and then out by trade deadline. That's very possible. But if that's the case, that's what I'm saying. I think just throw Fields out there. But I think they will start Dalton though. If I'm guessing what they will do. Mom says Fields as well. Yeah, I think that would be just put him out there.
Why not? Yeah.
You need some excitement. The next one, Drew Lock versus Teddy Bridgewater for the Denver Broncos. This is kind of a tough one.
You know who I'm going with all day, Lock. All day. That's my guy. I'm going
because he put on for his city, right?
It just did something to me. I'm a fan for life. But I think he knows it. I don't think Bridgewater's the type of player that comes in and take over like that because he didn't do well when he went to the Panthers last year. So I'm gonna go with a guy who I know. I think I think Bridgewater will push him a little bit to get a little bit more better, but I'm going with Locke over Bridgewater.
I agree with you again. I still feel like Locke has way more potential. He still hasn't reached it, even though he hasn't done this much in the 1.5 years he's had. He's a Missouri boy. He's got a big arm. He's more likely to be your future. Teddy Bridgewater is just like a little, just a little stopgap. It's not a solution really. And even though I love Teddy, he did show when he had the chance to be the starter that it just wasn't something missing. So
yeah, he had a good team. Well, I guess he had made the excuse that CMC got hurt. So we'll see.
True. Anthony Weston says he likes Locke, Missouri, but he'll be on a short leash.
Yeah, I think so too. That's true.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go with the next one: Jameis Winston versus Taysom Hill for the Saints. I'm all in on famous Jameis.
Yeah, me too.
I feel like he's a real true quarterback and
been there, done that.
Yeah, and hopefully the vision, he finally had his eye surgery, all this stuff. I feel like if they give him a real chance all the way through camp to be the starter, Sean Payton's supposed to be a smart offensive guy. He should be able to get him in a position to succeed. So, and
that way you can still use Taysom as he's doing before. Is that trick plays, different things. They don't do that because I think put him in the quarterback, you don't have that other extra weapon to kind of come in and help you out a little bit. So I think Taysom Hill, I think he likes to play a role too. I think Winston can play the full-time quarterback, but still do it. Maybe put Taysom in there a little bit more than you normally did. With Drew Brees, give him a little more, maybe
different mix.
Instead of those 10 plays, maybe give him 15 plays, maybe to kind of get it going. So make him feel like he's still because he was there before Winston, but just kind of make him feel more valuable. I will put a little more plays for him, something like that.
Yeah, no, I agree, and I think that's your best bet to win. Like you said, you don't lose that element of surprise where you can switch up if things aren't working.
And then you got a healthy Michael Thomas this year too. I think that helped out Winston a lot because he was hurt last year. So
right, and you got Kamara, so you got weapons. It should be good. Chat's going with Winston as well. All right, this one we have Cam Newton versus Mac Jones for the New England Patriots. Which way are you going on this one?
I'm gonna go Cam, but I don't know what the offense and what McDaniel's gonna do because maybe he might like Mac. So I wouldn't either way. I'll be fine, but I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen in the camp. So
yeah, I kind of, yeah, I don't know. This one would be a big time camp decision for me. I would have to see if Mac Jones is acclimating. They say
Mhm.
he knows all this stuff. They say he's real smart. They say he can learn it quick, but still, you got to do it.
Yeah.
They paid Cam Newton a lot of money, and the way they went like heavy tight ends and running, it seems like they'll be more catered to Cam Newton style versus just a pure pocket passer like Jones. So I think I'd probably go with Newton, but it'd be like almost like Anthony said with the other one. It'd be a short leash. Like he's got to do something well, or else you got to put Mac Jones in there.
And does Cam play like he did the Panthers? Is he gonna run a lot, or he's gonna be a passer?
I think he has to.
So he
I
has
think
to
that's
run.
got to be like a different element. Yeah, like the running, the
Okay.
power stuff.
Because I'm saying if he does that, he might get hurt again. So
True.
if he get Mac ready, but if he's gonna do that passing type thing, maybe he'll be okay. But because Mac Jones ain't doing no running, so
Yeah.
hey, if the offense gonna be for me, it's gonna be like a passing thing. I think Cam would be all right. But if he got to run,
Right. But that was wise what you said about, it really depends on how McDaniel sets up this offense, because that's going to kind of reveal which one he's going to play, So we'll see. Pop says rookie from day one. We know how he feels. He's pretty much on record with that one.
Yeah.
Anthony West says Cam will start, but they'll play Jones. Mom says Cam for a few weeks. So
I don't know. I think Cam will do. He got a better team now. I mean, the COVID stuff is over with. He gonna have a full Cam. I think Cam will be okay. I know Pops don't like me saying that, but I think Cam gonna be the full-time starter this year.
And this is his last chance to do it.
Yeah.
If it don't work out this time.
And I also think the team will be better with Cam, because I think Belichick he wants them to win. He got to get ready for Tom Brady to come in town. So I don't think he want to go with the rookie. I think he's going to go with somebody that's been there, done that. So
Gotcha.
I think he's gonna get ready for, because he wants to go to the playoffs. Because this guy went to another team and won Super Bowl, so he playing catch up. So I think the rookie gonna be a rebuild type thing. I think he wants to win now. So I think Cam will be a better for him.
Last blast for both of them. All right, last one we have the 49ers. We got Jimmy G versus Trey Lance, the rookie. For me, for this one, I'm going with Jimmy G. I feel like they should sit the rookie for basically like a year and do kind of like the Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers type of thing. Really let him learn and get ready. And then Jimmy G is still good enough to do well, and then they'll be primed for the future better. So
I agree. I'll say Jimmy G, but it would be cool if he could sit the whole year. But he won't sit the whole year because Jimmy G ain't gonna last. So
that's probably the problem.
Yeah, I think. And then I don't think Jimmy G is the type of player that he can learn, like a Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers, like he can learn from. Because Jimmy, he haven't done enough. But I just think start with that guy so the rookie can see what's going on and kind of get that basis. But I'll say like week 9 and 10, I think the rookie will be in there full time.
Gotcha.
So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
What's up, Unc?
Mom says Jimmy G. They'll play Jimmy G until the trade deadline. Dang, Anthony West is playing GM over here. He's making multiple moves. That's what's up, though. And then, Unc in the building was good. So that's pretty much what we had, though, for NFL talk. I don't think I don't know. Did you have any other ones that we missed?
Nah, I think that's kind of sums everything up for the NFL. It's still, like you said, it's moving slow a little bit. Oh, and then I seen the call Dak. They said for sure he's gonna probably be in camp ready to go. So
full blast.
I'm excited about that. So
yes, definitely. And we'll see. Hopefully he comes back confident and everything. You know what I'm saying? He's never been injury prone, but that's a big injury. But I expect him to be fine. So
yeah, he'll be good.
That'll be good. All right, then let's keep it moving. All right, NBA talk. Man,
let's go and get out the way. Let's go ahead and
get it out. Yeah, let's get it out of the way. My couch guest tonight, you know what I'm saying, is the Grumpy Bear. You know what I'm saying? That's how I've been feeling. That's how I was feeling after Game 5. But then especially watching that excruciatingly painful Game 5 and Game 6. Lakers go down to the Suns, which is, the team that have all these rowdy fans I'm surrounded by. I will say, as far as the Suns fans go, enjoy it. But I will only say congratulations to Nina, because I was very short with her when she joined, and we talked about this pre-series, and she was a first-time slacker. So I will say, shout out to her. You know what I'm saying? Good for you and stuff like that. But other than that, when it comes to the Lakers, I'm disappointed. I'm sad. I feel like I was lied to. I feel like I was let down. You know what I'm saying? Um, LeBron, you're supposed to be the GOAT. I expect him to be way more assertive and start doing something instead of waiting until they were down like 20, 25. Like, how are you down like that much in the first quarter of 2 crucial games? Like, I don't really understand. I feel like they shouldn't have played AD at all. Like, whoever cleared him, obviously, he was limping around in the warm-ups, like in the layup line. Like, dude, you're not going to be playing. They should have just went into that game being prepared to be like, okay, we don't have him. Who's going to step up? You're all professionals. You're supposed to have all this veteran depth. And they kind of wasted the first 4 or 5 minutes that last game trying to run him out there. That was not right. And they should have just been like, if you want to do something for your boy, rally around him and get to a game 7, possibly, what I'm saying, see what's happening. But it was just rough, what I'm saying. And not to mention that my brother right here, he told me not to worry, what I'm saying. He told me everything will be okay. Marcus, what I'm saying, you led me astray on that with a little bit. But no,
I said that because that's before AD got hurt. Because
yeah, that's true.
When I did say it, they won back-to-back games, and AD had 34 games, so that's when I was saying it. But when he got hurt,
true.
I was like, So, but the thing about the LeBron thing, I think LeBron came in there seeing AD's going to try to push his way through it. Even though this generation to me is kind of different. I'm not saying he wasn't hurt, but a lot of players played hurt, so I think he wanted to let everybody know I'm hurt. Because normally, if I'm hurt about something, I'm not gonna really show it that much. Right. But he was like letting everybody know, oh, look at me, I'm playing, I'm hurt. So I didn't like that. You should just don't play, like you said before. Just stay on the bench. But he wanted to let everybody know that, look, I'm trying. I'm hurt. So I didn't like that. I think because we can see you hurt without you doing the grim, like the we can see you like kind of doing like a limp or something, like trying to like let's go or something. He
rally through
like,
it.
Yeah, he was just being like a little baby a little bit to me, but I don't know. I don't put that on LeBron. I think his teammates didn't show up. I think LeBron type of players, he could put on his shoulder when he getting a little help. But when everything is on him and he's not going his way and he's shooting threes, he's not gonna do good.
No,
so,
yeah.
And I think I would blame first of all, I would blame the coaching staff for the whole thing, because to me, you got the 6 man of the year to come on your team for a situation like that. So you got to get Montrez going the whole year, because to get him confident. But I think they didn't play him enough to get his confidence up. And then when you needed him, he feel like I don't know.
They put him in like when it was already halfway garbage time.
Yeah,
like,
so
they didn't give him real minutes. Yeah,
yeah. So you looking at him like I can't play now. To me, he would be my main guy. He would have been 6 man again. Like he could have won it again this year, but they didn't do it that way. So it's a good and bad Lakers loss. It's bad because it's Laker Nation. You won last year, but they had like a less than a month off. You know what I'm saying? The injuries happen, but this is kind of good because I think the coach is gone. Frank Vogel's out of there, which I think he wouldn't have made it this far if it weren't for the bubble and he won a championship. He wouldn't have great. He's not.
But he served his purpose. He taught them defense.
Not really, because if you taught him defense, you really did it. That's when it shows. Now it didn't show. I think it was the players he had last year when he had Rondo, he had Dwight Howard, McGee. He had those pieces.
Better, yeah.
So I don't think he was a great defensive coach to me. It just didn't show all year. It didn't show the numbers. But I think he's gone. I think you're gonna get another player, a max player is gonna come over. I think it's gonna be Dame. It might not be. It's just me. I think it would be kind of cool to have that. Right. And it's my turn. I kind of go ahead of myself. I don't want to mess things up if you got something else again. But the next thing, I think next year you're gonna see a couple. I think you're gonna see two teams. I think if Giannis loses this round, I could see him going to Golden State. So I just think it'll be good for the NBA to me. Those kind, because it's not just one team. It's not multiple teams, so it's kind of fair with the Nets and all of them. But I think the Lakers, they're fine. You could look at LeBron. He wasn't like frustrated because he knows. He knows.
Yeah. No, I mean I kind of agree with you. I mean, we talked about it all the way in the bubble last year where we were talking about like basically this is their best chance right now to win this with the Nets not fully formed and everything like that. So I am glad that they did get that championship out of the way. This year might not have been the year, but it's still, I'm like, man, I expected a little bit more.
And there's the Suns too that beat them. That's kind of makes it bad too. It's like,
and then Stephanie Washington also stings even worse that the Clippers pulled it out. That's the one thing. After the Lakers lost, I was like, well, the Clippers aren't going to get as far. Like, come on, I was rooting for the Mavericks so hard.
Yeah.
Then the Clippers made it. I'm like, oh man, like
that does make it worse. Because I picked them to go to the finals now.
The Clippers?
Yeah, I say if they pull it out, I'll pick them and go because that's the only team I think they can beat the Suns. The matchup wise, because I think it was a matchup thing too with the Lakers and the Suns. The matchup was kind of better for them, how they play ball. But I think those two defenders and having that defensive, I think they're gonna play well against the Suns. I think I think they're gonna beat Utah, so I'm saying that though. So I just think that they might go to the finals, but I don't think they'll win it. But I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. It'll be interesting for sure. Anthony Weston brings up a good point though here. He said it's okay because the Lakers operate, they'll bring somebody big. Remember when 06, 07, when the Suns beat them, they got Gasol. And that's true. It's funny. That was the playoff series where Kobe, the last game, he knew they were gonna lose and he passed like the whole game.
But the crazy thing, he also told him, I don't know if you know this, it's a big rumor, but he's told him like, hey, give me somebody in here, I'm out of here. Like I'm leaving, and
that was supposedly the time he was about to go to the Bulls,
and the Suns too. I think the Suns was in the mix. I think at first, I don't think he would have really came here, but they was in the mix. But and when he said
really
that,
threatening them.
Yeah, when he said they got Gasol, and then to me, when LeBron did that with the Cavaliers, they gave him Anton Jameson and Shaq. I'm like, of course he gonna leave. Like I would leave too. Like Kobe got Gasol in his prime, and you gonna give me an old Shaq and a Anton Jameson? Like nah.
He's like that's not not the same. So
we'll
see. Yeah, they'll make something happen.
But these Suns fans, they getting out of control a little bit. I kind of got off social media a little bit because they really was talking crazy. Like, oh y'all serious right now? Like y'all better hope y'all get past the Nuggets. That's series not over. They just had it's just the first game to fill your guys out. Right. And I don't think Mikal Bridges is gonna play like that again. You know, in number 99, I forget his Crawler. They all played well as they supposed to, but I don't think they're gonna do that whole series, and they have to do that the whole series to beat the Nuggets. So we'll see, man.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it is kind of early, but they're enjoying it, you know, as they should. And let me go ahead and bring this thing up though. We can just roll right into this because we can be done with the Lakers a little bit. But hold on a second. I'm gonna try to share it and watch what it's gonna do it again, but we'll just see. Yeah, see, every time I do it, it goes back to my desktop, but then I can pull it back up. All right. So we did talk about this. That's enough about that. But the Suns, they beat the Nuggets in that first game at home last night. But I do think that this is going to be a tough series. I see this going 6 or 7 games.
For sure.
And we'll see if the Suns can travel with that. But I don't know. We'll see. Chris Paul definitely is a tricky veteran, and he came through, in the clutch.
He came in really good. He really did. Yeah, I was surprised he did that. So, but to see stuff like that, he's playing well. But when they lose, it's always he's hurt again. Like, is he hurt or he's not hurt? We can't do both ways. So,
but they're kind of being smart, and they're saving those like 4 or 5 minutes of like goodness that he has for the right times. Like they're bringing him out early. I feel like at least those last couple games against the Lakers too, they're like only trying to give him those clutch minutes, but give him less minutes overall. So maybe, I don't know. We'll see. But up here, let's check this out. The Mavericks, they let us down. They were up 3-2. They lost games 6 and 7, and the Clippers advanced.
They couldn't. They supposed to win in LA. They couldn't do it. They won all the road game, but that one. So it just didn't happen.
That was tough. A little bit of thing about that. I do like one thing I like from the players and one thing I didn't. Luka Doncic, they asked him, what did he prove? And he said nothing. Like, we lost the series, which I like that mentality. Obviously he played his ass off, but it wasn't enough. Then Porzingis comes out saying he felt like more of an afterthought than a co-star to Luka. And I'm like, you played like an afterthought. Like, if you would have played better, you wouldn't feel that way.
Yeah, but to his point, a little bit, I could kind of see how he's coming from, because some games Luka he didn't have a great game, but Luka kept on shooting. So to me, I think the coach should have made it where if he's not feeling it tonight, let's go to Porzingis a little bit more. But he always, you look at the stat sheet,
they just keep firing Luka.
He could be like 17 for 37. I'm like, no, he shouldn't be like that. It should go to another guy who can get those points and get him going. But when he came in that series feeling like that too. It didn't just happen. I think he always felt like that. Now he can express it because they lost, but in a way he shouldn't have said it like that. But in a way, I understand what he's saying too. So I don't know can you come back next year though? Now, like they get rid of you now for saying something like that because
I think he's gonna be out of there. Honestly,
yeah. So
he's got and he was also in New York. He was used to at the time when he was in New York. He was the unicorn, and he was a big. I think he got more attention. So
right. But I think coming over there, Luka got better. You know what I'm saying? He got more fame and more superstar too. So it's like, dang. He kept on fading, look back a little bit more, but like I said, I got kind of understand where he's coming from because I think the coaching wise, I think they like he is the guy. Let him, but sometimes when you play in a regular season game, but in the playoffs, he shouldn't shoot as much. Let somebody else see if they can kind of get the team going a little bit more. But when he's off, they lose. Yeah. So when he's not hitting, they pretty much out of there. So I don't know. So I don't know. Some people, Luka might be gone. Something like that. I'm like, what? So
no, I don't think that. I feel like Mark Cuban wouldn't give up on his asset like that. He knows he's got, what I'm saying? Like, I feel like he'd be too smart for that.
Yeah.
Anthony West says Luka needs somebody else that can create his own shot. And I don't know. We'll see what happens in the offseason. Pop says Porzingis is a diva and he's gone.
Yeah. I think like I said, I think he is a diva, but like I said, at the same time, I can kind of see where he's coming from. But yeah, saying something like that in the media, it is divish. So yeah, I agree with that. But I kind of understand where he's coming from too. So
yeah,
do you keep the coach there? Do you get rid of him?
No,
maybe?
I think it might be time for Rick Carlisle to go too. Even though I like him, but
yeah, it's time to go somewhere else.
You got your ring. That was like a long time ago.
Yeah, you got your ring. Maybe go somewhere in front office, I think, because he's a former player too. You did your coaching thing. You did. He had a solid coaching career with the Pacers and all that kind of people. Wasn't the Pacers right? He was there first.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So you go there. You had a decent thing there too. So I think it's maybe time to go to the front office. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Some changes there though.
Maybe he goes back to Boston where he played.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because that is a vacancy. Stevens, he steps down from the coach so that he can go be the president when Danny Ainge retires. That is weird. And we acknowledge that you're not a good coach, but you're gonna go take over the operations.
Yeah, he has something. He has something on somebody there. Maybe. Like you can't fire me, but I go. So I can't coach no more. I need to do this. Then I'm gonna let everybody know.
Right,
so it's something like that. So because I just never seen that before. You got fired, but then you get a better position. Like
you're gonna go hire the next coach.
So
it's weird. Anthony West says Jason Kidd to Dallas. That'd be kind of.
I would like that, but with him and Luka, I think he can do so. He played there. He got drafted by Dallas.
I feel like Jason Kidd is laying in wait for the Lakers job though. I feel like he's just.
I don't know. You think they gotta give it to him though? Like it shouldn't be we shouldn't be thinking about it. It should be like, oh, it's already gonna happen, you know. So it's just we thinking about it. So that's kind of weird to me. So
yeah, I don't know. But what do you think about this Clippers Jazz series? You already you were already on a record, right?
I think this is gonna go maybe 6 or 7 also, but I just think I think Kawhi and PG, that team, they look better than the Jazz. So I don't know. I just think they're going. I don't know. The Jazz is the number 1 team, but they don't scare me. You know. I think that them beating the Mavs is going to kind of motivate them to get a little better and see what mistakes is. And I don't think the Utah has a Luka over there, so you beat one of those guys. So I think the Jazz might be an easier series. So
you don't think Spider Mitchell?
Nah, he don't have enough. I think to me, Paul George or Kawhi could really lock him up. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he's good, but he's not a Luka. You know, the kind of, and he didn't do enough to beat them. So I don't think Spider Mitchell's gonna have enough either. So I think they'll have and there's nobody over there that's gonna do anything with Kawhi either. I think Kawhi gonna average probably 35-40 on them. And I think PG, his confidence gonna come up now too against those guys too. Who gonna hold him? So
yeah,
I think they'll have a good series and they'll win it.
Right. It's funny because I agree with you on all those points. I do think that they'll probably win this series, even though I don't want to see them advance. But the one silver lining for me is we said all these things like last year after they kind of rallied and they were almost on the brink, and then they got to the second round and they still played like trash. So I don't know.
And also Mike Conley, I don't think he's still hurt too. I think that
he's not going to play game 1.
See, I think he would help him a little bit, give him a little edge, but he's not going to be in there either. So, and Reggie Jackson been playing well. He's been playing well, and Rondo is there.
Yeah,
remember.
it's true. I don't know. Anthony West says he thinks Utah may get it. More defense than Dallas, better scores.
I hope they do it, but I just don't have faith in them. They had to show me.
The funny thing to me though is when I look at the West is deep. Obviously, we talked about it. It's it's a dogfight. But when I look at these 4 teams left, I'm like, I don't want to see any of them in the finals.
Yeah.
I'm like, man.
If I had to choose, it'll be Denver.
It really?
Yeah, it'll be Denver.
The other thing we didn't mention about Denver is Jokic. He did win the MVP. They announced earlier today. We kind of expected that. He took advantage. So he played very well, but he also took advantage of a kind of weird year, where a lot of the stars got hurt or didn't play the full thing. So congrats to him, though. It's good to see a big man get it. So that's the West. I don't know.
Yeah, and it's weird how people say Chris Paul should have won it, but he's not the best player on his team. So I don't know how that was gonna go, but
yeah, but you see what he did. You know what I'm saying? He kind of changed the kind of mentality. I don't know.
Yeah,
Anthony Weston says either Utah or Denver for him.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Long, like I said, I would say Denver, then I would say Utah, then I would say the Clippers, then the Suns. Suns would be the last team I would like to see.
Because we got to hear all this noise.
Yeah, it's just, and people, you a Laker fan? I'm like, I'm not going to take that on me and say I'm a Laker fan. I'm really not. I'm a LeBron fan, so I wanted the Lakers to win. But no, you a Laker fan? Like, if you say I'm a Laker fan, I'm a Laker fan. But I can't. I'm not going. You and Anthony are like the true Laker fan. I've been Laker fan for a long time. I haven't been. So I'm more now of I like players. Certain player I like. I go for the team. So it's how it is like that. But I definitely want the Suns to win.
Yeah, no, me neither. But it is funny though that it's like, yeah, you're more like a LeBron, and then people are all talking to me like as if I'm like a LeBron lover, and it's funny that I'm not a LeBron hater.
Yeah,
I'm not a LeBron hater, but I'm a LeBron truthist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he on short leash. That's
right.
He's on a short leash.
It's funny when people are talking mess to me. I'm like, I'm harder on my own team than y'all can be. So,
for sure.
So don't even trip on that. But all right, let's run through the East real quick. We got the 76ers Hawks. So the Hawks surprised the 76ers in game 1. Were up big, and the Sixers almost came back to win, but the Hawks did sneak that first one. And it's going on right now too.
And they were up big today, and I looked at the score. I'm like, what the Sixers doing? Like they're making it a good. It shouldn't be no good series. It should be a sweep. So I don't know what's going on because and B had 39 and lost. So I'm like, what more can he do to you know what I'm saying? He did his part.
And his knee is sore. Earlier in the game today, he was kind of rubbing his knee a little bit.
Yeah.
They're playing the defense. And they're scoring, but it's like, I don't know. The Sixers, I don't know. At least today they didn't dig themselves this hole, but we'll see.
I don't understand why Doc. I think Doc liked the veteran players, but Danny Green, I would love to see him on the bench the whole series, like he did Andre Drummond. I don't like Danny Green. I think his time he did his thing in the Spurs, but he's not. To me, he's a waste out there to me. Like he can't score. Like he'll hit 1 3 out of 30 or something like that, and then I'm back. No, you're not.
I know it is kind of tough because he is a veteran. I mean, he's really out there almost for his defense at this point, and just to kind of harass somebody. He kind of does. I mean, he uses his length, but it's funny because I was actually watching earlier, and I've been watching. My dad, that's his team, and I feel like Danny Green's almost starting to defer to the other shooters sometimes, like especially with Seth Curry. Seth Curry's lighting it up. He even actually his brother tweeted something, and Daryl Morey, the GM for the Sixers, he said, join him. He said to join.
He got fined.
He got fined. And this is the same dude. He's been fined earlier this year about Harden changed my life. He was fined about China. Take his Twitter away already. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm surprised he even got a job that quick, too, after all that stuff he does. So
I know. It's like he hasn't learned. But yeah, so this should be an interesting series. Sixers should.
They should put it away. Yeah. I still pick it 4-1. I still think they'll do it. So we'll see.
Gotcha.
I know Pop's watching it.
Let's creep down to this one. We got the Bucks Nets. The Nets. Oh man, so let's just lead off with this comment from Unc. He says Bucks look like trash against Nets. And the second game was without Harden, but they still lost by like 38.
They were down by almost 50 at one point. So but the thing is, I've been telling you, I'm really going for the Net. I like the team. I'm picking them to win the whole thing.
That's your team. I've been saying it.
Yeah, but this series is not even over. The Bucks still got a chance to win the series they want to. they go back. I think it's gonna be a whole different series going back home. I think it'll be a whole different thing, and we'll see. But Chris Middleton, he's the guy though. He's that guy. He has to come with it because when he don't play well, Giannis don't play well because you can't.
True, you can't feed off of him. Like
you know, you got to guard the 3-pointer so he could get in. But when he's missing, I could come down and then Giannis can't come in there. And now he has to shoot the ball. That's how you're gonna lose. So it starts with Holiday been playing. He's been playing well. He's doing his thing. I don't expect too much for him. Yeah, but I think Chris Middleton is the guy that has to get Giannis going. When he hitting those shots, the defense changes up. But when he's breaking like that, their defense can come down, and then Giannis like, oh, I can't get through there now because like that. So I'm hoping they stay with this. I think Harden will be back next game. I think he got his little break. I think he'll be back. But yeah, this series is far from over. Like it's far from over. If you know basketball, you know this is it could change around. But if they lose this next game, this series is over. You know that 3-1 is over. So yeah, but
I think it is so interesting though. I do like that it's outside of the bubble and it's back to the back and forth home and away because this is like the 90s and the early 2000s basketball where it's like, yeah, you would like be lucky to win on the road. So many series went down to 2-0 and then 2-2, So
and then it makes it better too because now the fans are coming back to almost full too, and then you get that momentum. It makes you even more hype because the whole last year you didn't have them. Then in the beginning you didn't have them, but they come right at the right time in playoffs. It makes that whole thing different. Yeah. So and the players haven't really played with fans like this yet, and then with the intensity in the playoffs, it makes the advantage for the home team too. So
that energy, yeah.
I think going back to Milwaukee, we'll see how they play. I still think Durant gonna do his thing and Kyrie gonna do their thing, but we're gonna see with Blake Griffin look great. I don't know what happened to Blake Griffin.
Me neither.
He looked like Clipper Blake Griffin for some reason. The way he's jumping and playing deep out on the floors. I'm like, so if he keep doing that, and DeAndre Jordan haven't played, I don't know what's going on with that. I would throw him in there to see, but he hasn't been doing anything. So we'll see. I can say I don't. Some people saying the series is over. I don't think it's over yet. I just think we got worse than this next game.
This next game will tell us.
Yeah. So whoever wins the next game, we'll be able to tell. I still think the Nets can win it, but people think, lose my 50 is over now. Go home.
It's just one game. It's true. You can only win one game at a time. So
yeah. So we'll see.
Anthony Weston says Giannis and Lillard need to be on the same team. Wow, that'd be crazy.
I think gonna be that. I still think gonna be the opposite. I think Giannis, if he loses this series, I really think he can go Golden State. I think Steph will say, "Hey man, get over here," and I think Dame can go to Lakers. So we'll see how it goes.
We'll see. That would be pretty cool though. See the West come back like that.
Yeah.
All right. So that's our playoff rundown. I think that's pretty much everything for the NBA talk. Exciting though. It's still exciting, but it's going to be an interesting matchup. I did see one post that they were talking about. Most of these teams have never won a championship, or they have not won it in a really long time.
Yeah, I think the last championships has been Lakers, has been Golden State, it's been
this is Cavs. They said that this is the first one since 2010 that LeBron or Steph Curry won't be in the finals.
That's crazy, dog.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
I know it's 4 teams who won the last championship. None of them going to win. So it's going to be a new champion this year. So
yeah,
we'll see.
We'll see. All right, I'm gonna put this down. We'll fly through real quick to our what are we trying to do? Oh yeah, we got our next category.
So what's next again? Other sports?
Oh yeah, other sports. Okay, so not football.
Yeah, not basketball. We did that already.
Oh, okay, like hockey.
Yeah, like hockey. Feel me?
Okay, like baseball. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Like soccer, right?
There we go.
Like soccer.
Like other sports.
All right. So other sports, we'll fly through this real quick. We got a lot of stuff going on. I definitely got to lead off though with the NHL playoffs. We got the Colorado Avalanche against the Vegas Golden Knights, and they are even 2-2 right now. That's my squad versus Stephanie's squad. And I was feeling really great, and I still feel really great about the Avalanche. But it is interesting that these are basically like the two best teams in hockey, but they're meeting up because the way they did the playoffs this year, it's by divisions. So they're like the West, the North, South, and the East. So they have, two of the best teams like in the same division. I really feel like whoever wins this series is going to win the Stanley Cup.
So it's hockey. You win 4 or 3?
4. It's the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can still win. They both got to win 2 then.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Stephanie says Vegas barely scraped out those last 2 wins. The last one was kind of rough. But yeah, it's a fun series.
Yeah,
Like, I
I was up
like
too.
the nice. Yeah, we were up 2-0 in Colorado.
Y'all pull the Mavericks then, huh?
Right, exactly. Went to Vegas, and it was rough. But Vegas has a good atmosphere. Oh, and I got my boy James Rodgers in here. What's good?
What's up, James?
First time commenter. What's good? He is a Vegas Knights fan, which makes sense. He's from Vegas. So we'll see. But yeah, so they play game 5 tonight. This is going to be a pivotal game. It's basically a 3-game series now. But while I have James up here real quick, actually, I definitely got to give him a shout out. His YouTube channel, he's got a lot of running content on his YouTube channel, different apps that you can use for running, and then different reviews of running shoes. James and I worked at Nike together, so that's one of my 364 brothers. And so yes, so he's really dope. Check out his YouTube channel. You can probably just click it in the comments. So yeah, and Stephanie, okay. So we got a little sneak preview. That's what's up. So yeah,
so y'all playing right now.
They're playing right now. The game started at 6. So
I didn't know I know your team was playing right now.
Yeah, so man, this is gonna be a pivotal one for sure. So so that's where it's at with that. I'm not really. I mean, the other series are going on right now. The Islanders are doing well against the Penguins in the East, and the Islanders is kind of like my dad's like backup team. So we'll see if we can have like a little bit of a matchup.
So are these the semis right now or quarters? Like
this is the second round. It's the second round.
So like basketball.
2 more to go. Yeah. So. And yeah, absolutely, James, great dude right there. You guys should check him out for sure. But yeah, so that's for NHL, MLB. We don't have a lot of news, but there's something that could generate some news pretty soon. Apparently, they're going to be cracking down on the foreign substance rule for pitchers. A lot of pitchers are like, kind of reported to use pine tar and different substances.
Wow.
They'll sneak it in their pocket, sneak it on their hat, so they can get a better grip on the ball and increase their spin rate. A couple guys, like 4 or 5 different pitchers in the AAAs, recently got suspended for like 10 games each for this foreign substance rule. But it's something where in baseball, they have secrets and hidden rules in baseball. It's something where they kind of look the other way unless you're doing it like egregiously.
Okay.
And so over the years, it's like it's kind of happened, and every pitcher has their little tricks. See, Anthony West has been happening since the 1890s.
Yeah, like the pitchers that's Hall of Famers, they probably did. So
they had files out there.
But come on, man.
Apparently, they're basically saying like, "Hey, we're really going to start cracking down on this." And there's, baseball is a lot about statistics too. There's these statisticians that are following now the spin rate of these certain pitchers and how it's gone down over the last week since these people got suspended. So
that's crazy, man.
It looks like
you think it went down because they stopped? Some people like, I'm gonna kind of ease up a little bit. Then they bring it back.
Right. Yeah, that's what they're saying. Oh, am I frozen? Or are you frozen, Marcus? I don't know. We'll have to see. Let's see. But yeah, so that's the thing. Like, it's kind of interesting. Oh yeah, Marcus. We'll have him back in just a second. But yeah, so the Marcus, you there?
Yeah, I'm back. I think I went away.
Yeah, it's okay though.
Okay. Was I frozen or something, or
you were frozen a little bit?
Oh,
you had a funny face, but at first I was like, "Am I frozen or is he frozen?" You know what I'm saying?
I think it wasn't me. I don't know what happened.
Yeah. Okay. So Anthony Weston, he says he's reading books on analytics, and it's crazy how much stuff is tracked. Yeah, it is. Like, baseball is all about that because there's nothing better to do. It's a long format. You know what I'm saying? They keep track of everything. So we'll see how that impacts pitchers. If pitchers start getting shelled left and right, maybe it's something to it. Other baseball news, Mike Trout, that's my favorite player and stuff. He's one of the best, but there's no timetable for his return. He went out with the calf injury like 3-4 weeks ago now.
He get a lot of injuries, don't he?
Yeah, like recently he's been a lot more injury prone, and apparently he hasn't even started jogging yet. So
I never knew they baseball would get that many injuries for a player. I'm thinking it's not really contact, but you still can, I guess.
Yeah,
hurt,
Well, they get hurt. It's kind of, and it depends. I'm saying, if they're warmed up right, but it is a grueling sport, and they only have like 1 or 2 days off a month. Like,
okay.
So they really just every day they're playing somewhere. They're traveling every 3 days. So it's kind of rough over the long haul. But yeah, we'll see about that. Another thing, speaking of rough, the French Open, Serena on Sunday went down. this was literally her best chance to win another major. I feel like with all the other players that had either withdrawn or been beaten. So that's really tough. I was rooting for her. I think it's done. Do you think she gets another one ever, Marcus?
I told you it's over, man.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
over.
yeah. Now I'm rooting for Coco Gauff, though. She's still young, so we'll see. She's like the most exciting player to me left, but
When Naomi didn't play, I didn't really watch it anymore. Who won it? Is they still playing?
it's still going.
Oh, they still playing. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Still got a couple more rounds, so I think it'll finish up on like Saturday.
Okay, so we'll see how it goes. Coco, she's what, 16 now, maybe?
She's 17 now.
She's 17 now. Okay.
Yeah, but she's still. I mean, man, she's still doing her thing. That would be really cool though to see her get a major.
Only thing with her is when she's playing well, she's cool, but when she kind of starts playing bad, she gets in her own head and she kind of defeats herself. So, because she's young, she don't know any better. So that's the only thing with her. But I think as time goes, I think she'll top Naomi when she gets in there like 20, 21. I think she's gonna be that next Serena. So she has some power, man. So I think she'll be up there. So shout out to her. I'll check it out a little bit now. I thought it was kind of over with, but that'd be kind of cool for her to get it.
She is actually the youngest person since Venus, the youngest American woman since Venus to reach the quarterfinals. I think they're quarterfinals. So.
Yeah, I love. Did you catch that video of Venus talking how she was saying how the commentators asked her different questions? And she said how none of y'all can beat better than me. None of y'all can hold account to me. I gotta love that. I wanted to be in there like pow, 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 pow.
Right.
She was shooting shots. I'm like, Lord. It was, and she said it's so calm, so mellow. Right. But she was like, let them know like y'all can't do that with me. I am kind of old. I'm not winning like I used to. But none of y'all asking these questions and doing nothing with me. So I love that about her. So
yeah,
that was kind of cool.
That was a beautiful way to kind of express how she handles those comments.
Yeah, you could tell she was a little frustrated, like all that. So she just had to come with something. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah, Kelly liked it too for sure. She said, "I was gonna say that's such a good speech. Yeah, we all need that energy. Yeah, for sure. Just be like, you know what? I ain't tripping on you.
And they gonna remember that too. Those reporters they gonna be like, wait, we can't ask a certain question.
Yeah, they might be like, oh, let's not go too hard.
Yeah, so it was good.
So we'll see about that. She is. I know. She don't play. She don't play. Williams family. All right. Let me do NASCAR real quick. We haven't done very many NASCAR updates lately, but Hendricks Motorsports, that's who Jeff Gordon drove for. So that's kind of who I follow. I follow the 24 car now. They actually won the last 4 NASCAR races, and they've had the top 2 driver in the last 4. And then Kyle Larson specifically, he won the last 2 races and all the stages at the last 2 races. So they've really been very fast in their Chevys this season. They're kind of taking over the NASCAR season. I'm still kind of into it though. Every time I watch it, I'm like, this is dope. Like I do want to I think I'm gonna have to splurge on one of those experiences where you can go and drive the car or something like that. I think like I said, as long as I can fit in the window, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try.
I don't think I can do it, but I did. I don't know if it was something fake, but I seen a commercial with Stewart. What's the guy? He was really good.
Tony Stewart.
Tony Stewart. It was him and some other older guys that was doing. I don't know if it was like a charity or something. Did you see that? They gonna do like a special event, or I don't know if it's gonna be an ongoing thing. I meant to ask you about that, but I seen a commercial yesterday, I think, and had him on there. Some other old guys who did NASCAR. They're gonna be racing for something. I don't know if it's like a new show they got coming on. Yeah, I'll look it up and send it to you, but I don't know how real it was, but it was kind of cool though. See those guys doing it. So,
well, no, definitely, we'll clean that up. We'll bring that back. I'll check it out. James says NASCAR isn't bad, but F1 is where it's at for me. F1 racing is sick too.
What's F1? What does that mean?
The Formula One racing. That's like Lewis Hamilton, and that's like the European, the funny cars, the small ones with the open wheel cars.
So it's like off-road type things.
No. It's like the fast, low Formula One cars. I'll have to show you.
Okay.
I'll have to show you, but or let me see. Let me pull it up real quick. But yeah, Formula One racing. Actually, this weekend there was a crazy ending to the race. Actually, this weekend.
Really.
But these dudes, they're like out in like Monaco, and they're like all in like Europe, and like they're like they be going hard. Here, let me see if I can pull this real quick.
But that's a whole different thing than NASCAR. That's a whole different division.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Let me show you real quick. Hold on one second.
F1. So you check? Do you watch it? Or are you like, nah?
I watch it, but I really watch for Lewis Hamilton, honestly.
Okay.
he's the dope one. But hold on one second. We'll just do a little side thing real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Let's check it out.
Yeah.
I think it went away.
The end of this race, there was a bunch of stuff going on.
Dang. Left field.
Yeah. So we'll shut that down before we get a copyright strike or something like that.
They could come out there.
But that's like the Formula One, and it's pretty crazy. So, Kelly says all my knowledge comes from Pixar cars, and that's good knowledge to have though too. That's good racing. And James says about this Netflix special, they have these specials out, and actually I did see a preview for one, and it talks about like a big wreck, and then this dude, he was like on fire and stuff and jumped out. But it talks about, it's called like Racing for Life or something like that. It talks about like how scary it is.
Thanks, James. I'll look for new shows on Netflix, so thank you for that. I'm gonna find it. I'm watching that.
Yeah. So, and I might have to come over for that one because it's so funny. As soon as I canceled my Netflix, that's when everything started coming. But I'm trying to save money.
Yeah, all you gotta do is get that password.
It's done. Well, I'm saying officially, I'm not a Netflix subscriber officially, but I'll find a way.
You are now, so don't worry about that.
Dang, we got to go fast because I want to hear your thoughts on something like. But college football, Nick Saban, he extended his contract until 2028. He'll be 77 by the end of that. Jesus. He's looking to really just be like we'll see how it goes. But
what's the Penn State coach?
Yeah, like Joe Paterno, like just keep going.
He was 80, right? When he passed away, he was still coaching.
I mean, he was. I don't know if he was still coaching right to the end because a lot of things happened with the Sandusky case and things like that. So, gotcha, yeah. But Saban's gonna be in that vein. I feel like he's one of those guys like that keeps him motivated. He always is about the next year. Okay. And he's the type of guy. He's like, if he stops, he's gonna have nothing to do. Like he's not, So, so props to him. Also, they're doing a report discussing whether they should expand the college football playoff or not. So we'll see. They're talking about potentially making it like 8 or 16. So, I like the 4, but they want to make it even more inclusive and more playoff games that they can sell. Basically, I think that's what.
Okay, I got you.
But because it is true that's like towards the last couple of weeks, once your team loses, like once Georgia had a loss, I'm like, well, they can't make it anymore.
Okay, certain things like that. So, okay, that makes sense.
So we'll see. Kelly says Affleck commercials. I don't know what she's talking about with that one. Anthony West says Netflix has 100 accounts and like a trillion watchers.
Right.
For sure.
Facts. Facts.
Okay. Sports betting. They have approved it for Arizona, and it was originally, or last I heard, it was going to be January 1st of next year, but they've actually moved up the date. It's going to be September 9th of this year, which will coincide with the kickoff of NFL season. They know what they're trying to do. They know where their bread is buttered. I'm kind of excited to see what happens with it, but Arizonians will be able to go to, actually at the game. Like you'll be at the Diamondbacks game and you'll be able to go place a bet, or at the Cardinal Stadium, or at the golf tournament at Waste Management. But then you'll also be able to use it on your phone. So
I always wanted to get into betting, but I know nothing about betting. You're talking about the spread, cover, all that. I don't know what that means. So I want to get into that so I can learn that kind of stuff, but I have nothing. Oh, she said,
I think this is good. The Affleck commercials for sure. Yes, he's going to be on Affleck commercials forever too, for sure.
True. But yeah, I don't know. I want to get into that though. I would love to get into that.
I think we should Strizzy and I kind of mess around with that a little bit. I feel like we could easily make a little sideline show that we talk about maybe gambling for dummies or beginner type of gambling type of things. Where we're just like, here's how we might start out, you know what I'm saying, and kind of talk about it. Because that's coming soon. Everybody should be ready.
Yeah, we do it.
All right, last thing we're going to talk about, we're going to forgo our this or that. We don't really have too much for final say. We already talked about the couch guest and everything. But the last thing we're going to talk about is the exhibition match between Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul. I definitely want to get your thoughts about it.
I watched it. I'm happy I didn't pay for it. But I think the whole thing to me is I would say for the culture. I think because you're Floyd Mayweather, you're going to fight this guy. You got to punish him a little bit. I think he knew He's gonna make a lot of money off of it. We all know you're gonna make a lot of money. So I think his whole thing was, I'm gonna make no. He took the fight right after Nate got knocked out. So he's like, okay, I'm gonna fight Logan Paul. Like, I'm gonna fight his brother. So we all think like, okay, cool. He gonna go in there. I ain't say you gotta knock him out or hurt him, but just do some punishment. I want him to leave with like some kind of damage to his face, something like that. But I think he went in there. He didn't take the fight serious, and I think he gave his all. You know, he had bad hands. But I think he gave him a good punch and rock him a little bit. So he was like, oh. This dude, he's taking all my shots. So I think he took that one punch. He kind of like, okay, I can't knock him out, so I'm gonna kind of like just kind of get the fans if they want them to go in a little bit, let him hit me a little bit. But overall, I didn't like the fight. I'm happy. I'm not a hater. On it. People say you're a hater. I'm happy he did it, but it's for me. I think for the how these Paul kids are coming out and like knocking people out, doing and such. I'm thinking I'm old school. I think you'll teach him a lesson a little bit, but he didn't. To me, he didn't do that. To me, he went for the bag. He got his bag, and it was all good. But I just think Floyd should have, because you're a Hall of Famer. Even though he's bigger than you, I think you should have took it a little more serious and kind of like, because you made it all. You came in with your stuff like a real fight. You had the prelims, all that. So you're gonna do all that. Give us a real fight. Give us a good show. But I don't think he did that. If it's gonna be like a expedition, you should have made it like, you shouldn't have people coming. You should just walk to the thing or whatever. I'm making a big deal on all this money. It should have been cheaper to me, because you made it like a real fight. You got real money, but you didn't get a show. It was less rounds too. So that's my whole thing. I love Floyd. I love Floyd a lot, but I just think he should have did maybe like the first 3 rounds. You should have punished them. And then the following was kind of play it off a little bit, let him know I'm still that guy. But to me, I don't think he did it the whole fight. I think he just kind of like played around with him to get his money, and he left out. He was doing so much smiling and laughing. Right. I think for us, you took the fight when I took offense to it and they got knocked out. How that guy was talking crazy, and you took the fight like, oh, okay, I'm gonna fight your brother. I'm gonna show him. But to me, it was like he didn't do that for us. To me, for us, he should have did more. So that's all I gotta say.
I mean, he did in the post comments or whatever. He called it legalized bank robbery. I mean, he knows what he was there for. And I do agree as far as like maybe putting on a little bit more of a show or doing a little bit more, showing your class a little bit more. But I feel like I never expected him to really knock him out, because towards the end of Floyd's career anyways, he wasn't really knocking guys out like that. And especially guys his own size. Versus like there is a big size difference here, a weight difference and stuff like that. So I was expecting maybe a little bit more highlights, because honestly, I didn't watch, but I saw like through social media and things like that, everybody was showing the same like 2 clips of like one like right hook and like one like little like, you know,
of Logan hitting him, right?
No, I'm saying like of Floyd hitting hitting Logan. But like I kept seeing the same, like I was like, is this all that there was? Like, is this the best highlights?
Yeah, because to me, Logan, he really wanted to fight. Not saying he really like want, but I'm saying in his head, because he went 8 rounds with.
He's like, I lasted, I survived. Yeah,
it went 8 rounds and he didn't do anything to me. So even though he wouldn't have won by cards, the punching fight, he wouldn't have won like that. But he won pretty much because he lasted with him. And to me, one of the most powerful punches is the uppercut. So to me, Floyd should have threw a couple of those, because he was going into him and just get him one. Because when you get one of those in that chin, you're gonna feel it. But he didn't do any of that. So like I said, I think he went into the fight to make it seem like it was serious, but he just played around too much. But like I said, I need somebody to do some damage to one of those guys. I just, you know, not to make him like brain damage, not there. It just, they talk a lot and they still. Floyd didn't do anything for them to be quiet. Say, hey, okay, y'all, you got shut up. No, they don't. They could say that in their head, I beat Floyd. Even though you didn't, he could still say that now, because he went 8 rounds with you. You're a Hall of Famer. He's a YouTuber. You know what I'm saying? So he can also. I just think Floyd should have did something, just one thing, and then they say, "Hey, but you remember that?" And he did. Something like that. So, but like I said, he didn't do that. And like I said, I love boxing, and then for a Hall of Famer to come in there, I think he should have did a little bit more. But I'm happy he got his money from that guy. So it's easy money, but I don't know, man. It's
easy money, but. Unc says Mayweather seemed to be holding back, didn't want to hurt him. And I agree with that. And the other thing, though, some people are saying he didn't want to show too much, because he's like, well, if people are saying if Mayweather really would have came out and knocked him out, or really just made it too much of too much of a sideshow, then he can't sell the next one. And
So
he
you
wants
think he gonna do it again? I don't think he's gonna do it again.
Maybe do the little brother now.
No, because the little brother gonna get punished. Now, that one I know Willie's gonna punish him.
I'm just saying, I feel like, he already is scheduled to do a different fight, but I don't know. I just feel like Mayweather's like, let me not ruin this gravy train totally.
Nah, because once it's all jokes gonna be aside, because he's a type of dude. He's not all the way there a little bit, and this dude keep on talking to me crazy. He's gonna punish Paul. So once he get punished, he's not gonna fight no more. I think it's gonna be. I mean he might fight again, but not no professional like a Mayweather. He's not gonna do that no more. You know what I'm saying? So gotcha. I think I'm happy for this Willie fight. I can't wait because his brother he talked too much, but I just think this gonna put them in their place, and I think the brother gonna have to fight because he gonna punish Jake. So Logan, but okay, let me fight him now.
Let me jump in there,
and I think he gonna punish him too. And I think it's gonna be.
Though. It's crazy they're making a career. I mean, they already had careers in YouTube or whatever, but now they're doing better than guys that are like really do this boxing thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because we saying Floyd made money, Logan made money too. Like he made a lot of money out this fight,
right?
So
yeah, and they got people paying to see guys that don't box. Like it's kind of weird. But Greg said he couldn't reach. Love Mayweather.
That's true. That's true. But I'm saying when
he hit the barber first, he will do better next time.
But when he
was looking like, what's up with that?
I don't know what he's doing, but when you rich like that, you can look stupid. It don't matter.
I guess.
So
I guess.
Like he ain't have hair for a long time, so I think he got some kind of.
He's like, let me just let my naps, go.
Yeah,
like,
I think if he combed it, it'll come off. So I think he had to let it just look like that. That's probably what happened. But
he's like, I can't brush too hard.
At the end of the day, as a professional fighter, I wish Floyd wouldn't have fought him. You know what I'm saying? This early. If he'd have fought him like later, maybe they had like 5 or 10 fights, maybe. But for this dude's second fight, Floyd already fighting him, then you didn't do what we thought you was gonna do. I think he took it too soon. And it's money, but he didn't really need that. You know what I'm saying? Of course you're gonna take it, but I don't think he needed that. So it was just kind of weird to see Floyd take that fight so. I'm thinking he taking this fight, he gonna do something for us. I keep on saying for us, y'all know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
So I just thought he was gonna kind of like give us some bragging rights. Well, we had nothing to brag about. So
Stephanie said looking like 46.
Yeah, I would say less than that.
35. Anthony West says Paul called out Canelo. Now he definitely doesn't want those problems.
He don't want that.
Will put him to sleep.
But see, he's gonna do that because he's not gonna get that fight. Canelo not gonna waste his time with that.
Might as well be loud and call him out.
Yeah. So I just think so. I'm just waiting for. I think that Willie gonna be a nice fight. Now if Jake knocks him out, I give up. I don't give up because this is our only hope. That somebody that don't fight no more is decent and still got a little, you know what I'm saying, a little more to prove. I think Willie gonna do it for us. So I'm looking forward to that fight. I can't wait. I'll pay for that one. Gotcha. So we'll see.
All right, so that was it. That was our other sports. Lots of fun with that one too.
Yeah.
Lots of great participation though. I appreciate you guys in the comments for sure. I'm going to share my screen one more time, though, real quick. And I know it's going to drop my thing one more time, but this is going to be our final save for today. I definitely got to give a shout out to Marcus.
Oh, man. You do
this photo, dog. We put these photos out. I know you're always working and stuff, and we don't really highlight your work as much as we should. These photos, though, came out crispy clean, dog. When I saw these,
it was nice.
I was like, dang, that looks very beautiful, man. So I definitely had to give you props, and I want everybody to see what you're doing and encourage them to go check out your stuff because you're definitely on the move and you keep staying busy and doing beautiful work. So
yeah, so we trying to get there. This is for us. This is for PJ Associate, and also it's for those clubs. We have more. We're gonna show up. We can't show too much, but that company who made the clubs, they actually took my picture and posted it too. So I'm like, hey man, let's get it on. But he's a professional, like I said, a PJ guy. So. I can't say too much or show too much, but it's in that work. So some nice things are about to come through. So it's kind of I'm getting because my whole thing was with golfing. I was going to like networking to get, you know what I'm saying. So and it really worked. I went that golfing. I met this guy and it's like he's like, what do you do for him? I do this. I'm like, oh okay. So you think? And he said, okay, I'm gonna give you a call. We're gonna do some things. People say they just talking.
You never know.
It really don't come through, but he actually did. And it's gonna be an ongoing thing where it's gonna be some big things coming. I talked to him today, so Yeah, it's already. I didn't think it's gonna work this fast, but it's working pretty good. So I love golfing, and you get benefit from it too. So it's kind of cool to do it. So,
well, great job, man. That's what's up.
I
Everybody
appreciate
in the chat giving you love over there too. So, so that's what's up.
Oh, Unc had a question too.
Oh, Unc said, how much these guys?
Well,
So,
yeah, go ahead.
I'm not sure what the overall total. Floyd said he made $30 million just off of selling the advertising for his trunks alone. Is what I heard. I don't know.
He did, and he also made just for the fight, the 24 minutes they fought. He made $100 million. So,
and is that including the pay-per-view numbers, or is that not?
That's not including that. That's other money. And it's like this. He gets that plus like the merchandise that was getting sold, like the food and all that. That's all coming together too. But just for the fight, for him going in the ring for 24 minutes, he fought this guy for those 8 rounds. He got $100 million. So it's crazy. It says it's a thing out there that it said that Michael Jordan played 15 seasons for $90 million or something.
Yeah, they added up all of his
not
salary.
endorsements though, just for playing basketball.
Salary. Just his
and
NBA salary.
Dude made 124 minutes. Like that's crazy. Like I said, I'm not mad at him for that. Get your money. I just think you already don't get paid for it. You already getting great money. Why don't you just do something else too while you edit?
Sweat a little bit.
Yeah. So, but that's insane that I don't know. 24 minutes, $100 million, and you didn't get nothing done to you.
Yeah,
that's crazy to me. So, but yeah.
And
so I don't know how much total though. I don't know how much he got. They got nearly 200. You know, so for all that for nothing.
Yeah, that is crazy. I do remember though. Oh.
Go. I got to you.
I was gonna say I do remember though when I think it was the Pacquiao fight was the first time when he was like, I'm gonna make $100 million in one night, like I'm gonna really do it, and like he kept building up to make more and more and getting his Showtime contracts right. And now it's like you did that. Like I know it's different in times of change and inflation or whatever, but now you did that and you didn't even fight a real fight. That was like the fight everybody wanted to see.
For 8 rounds, like that's
crazy. It wasn't even a real sanctioned match.
So his last 2 fights, he said, I think they said he made a little over 300 million because the Pacquiao fight, he fought him. Then the next fight, he fought Conor McGregor. Those 2 fights alone, he made the most. He said he ever made in his career in those 2 fights.
Crazy.
So and that, like I said, look at this though. His last 2 fights, he fought non-boxers. You know what I'm saying? Right. And he made all that money. Like it's crazy. That's smart. He's smart, man. So you do not just Floyd. His team is smart because Floyd. We all know Floyd ain't that smart, but his team
is smart when it comes to the money, though.
Yeah, you know he's definitely like that.
Because I will give him credit though, all the way back to like when he was Pretty Boy Floyd, and then he changed to Money Mayweather, and he realized like I can be the villain or the hero. It doesn't really matter. When he was Pretty Boy, he wanted everybody to love him, and he was like, I don't get why people don't like me. Then he realized like, and when that switch made that, he was smart for that. He saw what the path was.
And the key thing too is if Floyd would have lost 1 or 2 fights, he couldn't be doing this right now. He's doing it because he's never lost. So I still think. No other boxer can do what he's doing right now because he's never lost. There's no other boxer like that. So him all that hard work he did not to lose, he can do that. But I also going to bring up too is I don't know if you see the video yet when Oshachenko got laid out a little bit. Did you see?
Oh, I did see the video. Yeah, he was on
he made it all the way to the 4th, almost. The fight was almost over, and he was trying to be slick and try to throw a little punch. It says a hook. When you do a hook, you're supposed to do it, and you're supposed to put your other hand in the kind of block.
Yeah, you got to bring up.
Because you open. When you do that, you pretty much open. And when he did that from 1 foot, that dude it wasn't even a hard shot, but the dude, I could have did that. He hit him right on his chin, and he just went down.
Momentum was going away and everything. Yeah.
And Chad, he liked to talk a lot, so he was trying to convince us like he was okay. Nah. You went to the mat.
Saw what happened.
I'm trying to get up and say, no, and then he tried to post it. You know how people they do something and they try to post it to get ahead of it?
Right.
No. You can't. No, we gonna get you on this. So I can't wait till his boys really get him on the podcast because he almost got through because the guy wasn't even a real boxer. You know, he's a bare knuckle. He's a bad knuckle fighter. So I was like, when I seen it happen, I was like, no, Chad, like he almost got through it though.
To me, that was the best kept secret though. I didn't even realize he was on the card until earlier that day. I was like,
didn't?
He's fighting too? Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah. I wasn't paying attention.
And
But,
on the podcast, Brandon Marshall was like, "Hey man, don't do it, Chad. Like, you don't want to do this because people get really hurt." He like, "No, I'm gonna do it." He said, "I fought a bull, I'll race a jack, or someone whoever he raced for." He said, "This is gonna be on my bucket list," but
yeah,
it was just. I think that's what he get to because if he wouldn't have happened, he would have been like, "Oh, I can do this." So I think they kind of put him like humble him a little bit, like, "You don't want to do this no more." So
right,
yeah. So
He's like, "I tried."
cool, though.
Yeah, that's what's up, though. All right, well, that's good, though. We got a big rundown. Like you're saying, another great show. I appreciate you holding it down with me.
For sure. I think I go watch the rest of this game, too.
Yeah, check out that Avalanche, you know what I'm saying? See what's happening with that. But we definitely appreciate all the slackers in the building, all of the love.
Shout out to Trizzy, too. He couldn't make it for some certain reason, but we still love our boy. He'll be here for sure next week. I think this is his first one he ever missed, right? Any of you guys miss?
Yeah, I think this is the first one he ever missed, like the whole thing. He popped in late a couple times, one time maybe, but yeah, we're staying consistent. We're marching towards episode 100. Pops will be back for that.
Pops.
Yeah, it'll be here before we know it. So yeah, we're trying to keep it moving. But I think that was it. We talked about Grumpy Bear already. I'm Grumpy Bear until the season starts again. So don't talk to me about basketball until October.
Well, the Cowboys might make you happy. We may do something well.
No, I'm saying when it comes to the Lakers.
Oh, okay.
I'm Grumpy Bear.
Until they sign Dame, and then you'll change it real fast.
Until they land something. So, but that was it. That was Say Like a Champ, episode 93. Appreciate y'all rocking with us. It's your boy A-Dub.
And it's your boy Marcus. And it's Taco. I'm not going to do that because he don't deserve me to do the Taco Tuesday thing. So I'm just going to say Taco Tuesday. No, that's how we're going to end it.
On a salty note.
Yeah.